characters?
Research, lots of research. We read a lot of literature and books, and we had a set visit to Kew Gardens, which is where Queen Charlotte and George lived, which was really cool because we felt really connected in the space with them. And there's a chair where Charlotte actually died, and they've still got that at Kew Gardens, which was very surreal to be very close to. And then we kind of forgot all about our research and then remembered that we were on a fantasy show, or doing a fantasy show. So then we just used kind of our scripts as our Bibles, and just really, did all of our digging and all of our analysis and our text and all of our work on the scripts.
And how was working together? Because I can see the chemistry through the screen.
It was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
No, it was. India made it very, very easy. It was a joy to work alongside her.
And India, did Gouda help you to prepare your Charlotte, your version of Charlotte?
Yeah, she did. We met for coffee right at the beginning of rehearsals, and she is lovely, and she still is very lovely. And she basically just said that I had full reign in creating my own young Charlotte, but that if I needed her assistance, for any questions or just a bit of, a helping hand or a shoulder to lean on, then she was always there. But the team really wanted me to kind of keep wanted me to keep my Charlotte very similar, complete opposite, very different to the Charlotte we see in Bridgerton.
And you, Corey, you didn't have such a clear reference point because King George in the Bridgertons has already lost his mind, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember watching it for the first time and thinking James Fleet, who plays King George, was doing just a stellar job. And I actually remember watching a scene that is no longer in the series.
No.
But it was a scene between Queen Charlotte and James.
You were very emotionally there.
Yeah, I was in floods of tears, and I'd never met James before, and I came up to him, and I just hugged him. I didn't say hello. I just went, "That was so beautiful," and I could see in his eyes. He was thinking, I don't know who this man is, why they've let him into the studio. Golda, please get him off me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was actually...
She did.
Yeah. No, but James is amazing. And but yeah, of course, I mean, 40 years difference between our series and when their series is set. So ordinarily there'd be so much time and difference in a person's personality and their character and who they are. But I think with George even more so because he's not really lucid by that point. So it gave me complete freedom to create a more lucid George, and in the moments that he's not as lucid, to do it in my own way because, God knows what happens in 40 years, especially with someone like that.
And what kind of relationship do you have in the show and how it evolves?
A beautiful one, I think. One of understanding, one of great complexity, but fundamentally rooted in love, which I think is, it's what drives the show. Because without it, everyone would have given up. It's definitely quite treacherous at times, but I think they just have an undeniable connection that tethers them and ties them together, which would make it really difficult for them not to be together. But there are obstacles in the way which, make that difficult. So it's great. We've got, this beautiful love story, but we've also got, the heartache and the eventual, the knowing at the end that it does end in tragedy. But I felt it was great to kind of show how strong their love is in order to give context to Bridgerton, but also for Queen Charlotte to kind of stand as its own.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you
so much. Have a good day.